Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Behind the Play. This is going to be the third match now. I just streamed the other two. If you missed them, you can watch VODs on Twitch, or you can watch them on youtube.com/spawnroom, and that's just some amateur match play of myself and my friends playing, and I'm analyzing basically the mistakes we're making, and some things that we did okay, I guess. Alrighty, so the next match is on train, and I think if I remember right, I actually remember to record this one right off the bat, because the other two, they're like mid-match. Again, it doesn't really matter because we're just analyzing like things that are happening. This isn't like a full match commentary, but okay, so I can switch us over and hop right into DE train. And this was a pretty fun series. I really like this map. And hopefully it starts right away. Actually, I'm just gonna time scale this so we can get going, so I can play some more tonight. So this is all part of the warm-up, so we're just gonna kind of skip it. And actually, I think this match, let me see, I can't really see, can I? I think one of the guys, I think we actually only had 4 guys for this match. The 5th was a ringer, I'm pretty sure. And I think he did okay, but like a lot of ringers, they don't like to work as a team. I mean, it's hard because they're not mumble, they don't really know what the strats are and stuff, but okay, so we're starting off with the pistol round. I drop a smoke there. The reason behind that is simply just to confuse them, make them think like maybe there's a couple guys there. We called out, someone on the team called a rush for long here, and I don't really like rushing this because, like, as a team, you're so squeezed in there, you know, like everybody, and I don't know if you saw it, but we actually had a team kill there because we're so close together. They can just unload on us, and we even did damage to ourselves. So I really don't like the long pushes unless maybe we drop a ton of grenades. Yeah, so yeah. So let's see, we're gonna go B this time. My job, whenever we go B, I always end up watching ladder and watching behind us. Generally, I'm the guy who's always watching behind us because otherwise I don't think anyone else would actually do it. So I always end up sitting back here. That grenade is basically just so they look up the ladder, they're not sure what's going on, it basically delays them. But unfortunately, as you can see, my team all rushed up and died, which isn't too surprising. I mean, generally you lose the second, probably third round after a lost pistol round, just because it's very difficult. You have such a weapon disadvantage, so not too surprising. So it looks like we all bought SMGs. So this is the third round. Now we have a better statistical chance of winning, but still is in the favors of the CTs. And this is weird right here if you'll watch. The animation for that smoke grenade didn't make any sense. Unless that was his. It looked like it was mine, but maybe that was his grenade. God, there's another fail grenade toss. I've been struggling with, if I'm moving at all, it completely messes up my grenade tosses. It's pissing me off, actually. Like, the momentum you have from moving just affects it way too much, in my opinion, but so he was tempted to plant, but he knew the CTs were really close, so he ended up just trying to get a kill off. Even if he would have get it planted, they would have defused it. That was a pretty hopeless situation. So nice try, but hopefully now. Although I think we can't buy this round because we bought last round. Well, SMGs, I guess. So I think that was a he tossed a decoy grenade, basically, just to confuse him. I tossed the smoke to do the same thing. get caught on a wall. This isn't like too bad because like I have the bomb way back here, and that's, in my mind, that's fine because you want your bomb carrier to be in the rear or be in the middle because you don't want him basically picked off and dropping the bomb in a really bad spot. So we have guys behind us. They probably ended up getting a pick. I'm not sure if anyone was actually watching. That's generally why I will sit in the back and watch the ladder and stuff, because I will always reliably do it. But the rest of the team is a bit more aggressive, and they like to, I don't know, they just kind of like to go where the kills are. So, but we do manage to take the round finally. So, and you know, we had some money, so we should all be able to buy. And now we're probably looking at like a 50-50 win rate, you know, like statistically, because they're going to be able to buy too, since they've, unless they like blew through their money, but they're probably going to be able to buy, so it's going to be pretty even. And they're going to go short A, and I'm going to go long, and basically just to keep them busy. I mean, we all rush long, so they might suspect in their minds that something's going to happen. That flash right there, like, in retrospect, I shouldn't have thrown that. That was dumb. Just because it was useless to me. The only reason I threw it was because I was worried that he was going to rush up on me. But then I realized where my teammates were, and I was like, I didn't need to throw that. Like, it was a waste. I could have saved it. But anyway, we were able to push up, get that kill, and now it is a 5v1. So we're feeling very, very comfortable, except for myself because I'm really injured. Actually, I don't think I realized it was 5v1 there, because that's why I threw the grenade. I was thinking, like, oh, I'll just... You know, you can use grenades as a suppression tool to basically, like, toss it down there. If there was someone there, they would worry and think, you know... Man. Couldn't get down the ladder. I was really noobing it up this round. I think this was the first map we played that night, so I was, like, super noobing it up. All sorts of little mistakes you have to iron out at some point if you want to get good. So we're bringing it back and getting some money. We're all able to buy easily. And I think the call that we made was, let's do the same thing. Like, it worked once, let's try it again. So try the same thing again. I dropped the smoke, basically just to confuse them. I just want them to think that maybe there's more than just me there. But my teammate actually did rush right through, so he was able to get the pick off. I was a bit delayed. Like, one thing that one mistake I'm obviously making right now is that I'm not watching the minimap. Because if I was watching the minimap, I would have moved up sooner and I would have killed this guy sooner. Fortunately, I don't think it matters. I think we end up getting the win on this round. But, you know, had that played out differently, had he had better angles on people, that could have been bad. It could have been a 1v2 right there. Yeah, I got that one kill, but I wouldn't have known where the second guy was, so... So, oh yeah, so this was a big miscommunication. We were like, I think someone called, let's do it again, it worked. And we had other people that were saying, no, let's not do it 3 times in a row, that seems like too many, you know? So there was a bit of confusion. We didn't really know what we were actually going to do. So anyway, I try to come down the ladder here to get behind him, but he does get a one-shot kill on me. Had that... Molotov come down like a second earlier, it probably would have saved me. I would have been able to set up in there, but I was just taken by surprise. But the rest of my team is looking really good, and they're securing the bomb site again. So we're having a lot of success with A right now, and I mean, that's, you know, it's a good thing. Like, if you're just dominating with a certain point, just keep trying it, because it, you know, it's probably just going to keep working out until they actually figure out what it is that they're losing to. So I would imagine we're going to not keep trying it, though, if I remember right. I don't remember which round. I mean, we do stop trying it. I just don't remember which round. I would imagine it's this one, but... So yeah, we're going to rush B. I'm going to drop the smoke as usual. Since we've gone 3 times A, they might really think that we are actually going to come out. It just depends on who's calling their strats, who's giving the info. So I'm going to watch ladder again, because this is basically my job, is to watch the rear. But it looks like someone's taken over there. And I think someone actually does come up here, and I do get a pick on them. But if I do remember, I think someone comes up the ladder too right now. Yeah. So whoever was watching the ladder should have said something and said, like, I'm not watching the ladder, or they shouldn't have left. Maybe that was my fault too. I should have said... Actually, I swear I did, though. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. If I didn't, it was a mistake. I should have said there's a guy behind us. That should indicate that I'm going to focus on the guy behind us. You focus on the ladder so that I don't have to worry about my back. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And yeah, I was sandwiched between 2 guys, so there's just no way. So this time I got the bomb. Looks like we're going to go for A. The one guy that's off by himself is going to drop a ladder and try and get a good angle. I'm basically just being really cautious back here. I don't want to poke my head out and die. Since I have the bomb, I want to keep mobile. I don't want to confuse my team and be like, where'd the bomb drop? But unfortunately, there was a guy waiting there. For some reason, no one saw him, even though there were 3, 4 guys out in the field. So someone should have been watching much further to the left. Everyone was probably watching ladder and more in front. But then you'll see UT Knickers. He looks really good, but he's actually panicking right now, as you'll see right at this moment. He has no control over his gun. If you watch his movement too, he's just like I think he was just panicking. So we probably shouldn't have lost that. We should have definitely had one guy looking further to the left. Since we had a guy from the ladder drop down, he had a good angle looking down. So yeah, that was just bad positioning on our part. So this is kind of a weird play. I dropped the smoke, although the moment I saw the fire, if I could have retracted it, I should have, just because it's... So they all drop down ladder. That's kind of interesting. It seems risky to come out one area, take some some friendly fire from UT. And now I'm going to focus on watching our back, because the guys at B point might come this way. So, and I actually probably should have looked sooner. I had guys in front of me and I knew it, so I should have flipped around right away and watched ladder, because they could, if he had timed it differently, he definitely could have dropped down and shot me in the back. As you'll also notice, we didn't get the bomb plant very early. Whoever had the bomb delayed way too long. Like, we had the yard secure enough that they could have gotten to a position to plant. But unfortunately that didn't happen. So, yeah, that guy was able to sneak up from B. Another awesome grenade on our side. So he does clean it up. That's great. But it was definitely sloppy. Like, we won, but it was a sloppy win for sure. Whoever was to my right, too, I'm not sure who died. Should have said something or wasn't watching. I'm not really sure, because I wasn't expecting a guy to actually be there. I was thinking I was actually covered there. But I don't know. Someone must have died. So the bomb is running off by himself. I think it's the UT guy because he's not coordinating. So I changed direction because that's terrible. Okay, so he's decided to basically do the same thing. As you can see, he actually peeked his head out there, which is really dumb on his part. You got to be really careful when you have the bomb to be extremely defensive, because if he drops it in the yard and there's an opera camping it, that's might be game for us right there, even though we're all alive. It's just too camped. So as you can see, I've actually split away from my team, and the thinking behind this is that I want to try and catch the B guys off from reinforcing their team and make it think that if they do see me and I do get shots off, they might think, oh, the bomb actually came around and they're going to do a B plant, which basically forces them to split their forces. And I think I actually do get yeah, I get 2 kills here. because I snuck up behind him. So that just goes to show that if you're patient and you walk and you don't reveal yourself, you know, it pays off pretty much all the time if you think about it right. You just got to be, you got to kind of know what's going on and where the people are going to be, where you expect them to be. Again, another delayed plant, as you can see my teammates complaining. And that time that was UT. I think in the previous time it was one of us. I don't, yeah. In terms of objectives, we're just being slow. That's all. So again, as you can see, the bomb is out in the field. I think I actually yelled something like, careful bomb, 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 bring it back, or something like that, because, again, you don't want to put yourself in that disadvantageous position. So apparently we're not too certain about this. I can't really remember what happens here. The bomb is opted to go around long A, where the other teammate is. I'm able to pick this guy, but it does seem like there's a second person, so I drop a flash basically to just buy myself time. I want to be really cautious. But there were two of them there, so they're able to get the pick on me. But my team was in a good position down the rails. They might not have expected them to be there. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but they're able to open up on them. And the CTs were actually exposed. The positioning they chose was pretty dangerous to be like that, you know, that long. Like, it's easy to get an angle on someone there. So we're currently up 7-5. I'm going to drop the smoke in the same spot because I don't want that guy getting too much damage on us. He does opt to just run up on me, which he was probably looking for, you know, one of those one-shot kills, but I suppose that's just a gamble you take sometimes. So we're able to clear up this bomb site, but again, as you'll notice, the bomb is a bit delayed. It preferably, I mean, I'm not really sure what delayed them over there, if they were just being really cautious, but it did seem a bit, I don't know, it seems a bit slow. So anyway, I'm watching the back just to make sure they didn't come all the way around, as good players will often do. So I'm going to let my teammates pass me up because I want them to, I mean, I basically want to be in the back. Plus, again, our communication is not the greatest in terms of strategies, so I'm not really sure what they're planning on doing. So one opper is able to get hits on us, but I do manage to pick two of them off. And I think I was yelling at him to move because I wanted to get in here for a plant. But he's up on me, and I right now I'm yelling in the mic. He's going for the defuse, because if he's got a defuse kit, that was really, I feel like that was actually really close to an aggressive defuse. But we managed to clean it up. Their positioning definitely, like, I don't know what they're doing on the left. They must only be, I mean, maybe my guys are doing really good, or they're just in bad positioning or missing shots. I'm not really sure, but we're really controlling bomb yard A. So, yeah, so I mean, I don't know. We just keep doing that, basically, because it's working. Again, you can see some miscommunication, and the bomb has opted to run away out into the field, which is super risky. That, like, right there in a serious match or something, that's a bomb that's laying dead in the field, and we're screwed. So it's like absolutely imperative to avoid that. It's also important to note that both of us probably shouldn't have came here. This UT Knicker should have actually stayed behind because he's not with the bomb carrier now. Like, I ran up here because I wanted to check back here, and UT must have thought we're going to go B now or something, but we left, like, the bomb Either the bomb should have followed us or UT should have stayed. So yeah. So I'm trying to do another like get behind him move, see if I can catch him out again. But there's only one left and they know where he is, so no worries. Now we should be switching sides. I really like both sides on this map too. There's certain maps where, like like Nuke Terrorist. I don't really like being terrorists on Nuke. Probably just because we haven't figured out good strats for it yet. But like Train is one right off the bat. I like both sides a lot. So I think for the most part, I'm gonna be watching this position every time, and I'm just basically what I'm doing is not even trying to get kills. I'm basically just looking to see. This surprised me too. I was not expecting. I thought my teammates were there. Again, I wasn't watching the mini-map close enough. But yeah, I'm basically just watching train yard because I am basically alerting my teammates. Are they coming train yard? Can I see them? What are they doing? How many? I'm trying to figure out that sort of information. We have a epic pistol fight, really long range. They do get the bomb plant, and I don't think we get this. I'm sure we don't 3v1 now with only 11 health. As you can see right there, he actually missed picking up that smoke grenade, and I was gonna say something, but I wasn't really sure if he knows how to like use smokes a lot. Like I never really see Gerb using smokes, so I didn't really bother saying anything. But as depending on how you play and what you're familiar with and stuff, you probably want to pick that smoke grenade up and use it. But yeah, that was definitely some bad positioning on our part. I probably shouldn't have even moved out. Like I should have just stayed there. I'm not really even sure why I moved out. I mean, I didn't see anyone moving train. I guess I probably saw on the mini-map that there were people there. I just didn't expect it to be like their whole team or most of their team. So again, I'm watching train yard just to see, can I see them moving along the train or are they moving out in the yard? Is this a rush? No, they're not. Someone calls B, so I'm basically coming in to check it out. Especially since we have pistols, because like if we can be closer together, we can deal out more damage and compensate for the loss of weapons. So anyway, they're definitely moving into B now because they've managed to pick our teammates off. So as you can see, I think I actually get the pick on this guy. And is it just down to me? Yep, it's just me, 1v2. And I think that was the bomb carrier. So they don't even have a plant yet. But unfortunately, it's a pistol versus an automatic. And I don't know, I kind of suck with the pistols, to be honest. I'm a little bit better than with the Glock. The P2000 or whatever it is, I'm definitely not as good with. Because obviously if you watch a really good players, like... Although, I mean, the really good player would also be on the other team, so I'm not... I mean, you're just at a disadvantage with the pistol, I guess. I should just say that. So anyway, back to my positioning. I'm watching for terrorist legs moving through, and I don't see anything yet, so they're probably not doing a rush. But then they do drop a smoke, so now I'm suspicious. So I've probably called it out that they are, in fact, in yard. I'm going to drop a smoke just so I can actually get out. The Bison is so bad at long range that I don't really want to try and long range the guy up in the nest there. So the smoke is basically just so I can get out in the field and get closer to the enemy. But he's able to pick me off. I can't remember if we win this or not. If we did lose this, the timing and positioning could just be better. Like, I would imagine we are going to win this, though that guy took a lot of damage. Actually, it is 1v1, though, and is he full health? So we could actually lose it. I actually don't really remember, to be honest. But anyway, our positioning could have been better. When we breached the yard like that to counter their attack, you know, if you come out one at a time, it's super difficult, and you're probably going to get picked off. So when I ran out with the Bison, it would have, like, if everybody else converged, if we had good communication, it could have played out a lot more clean, I guess. I think I was telling Puma right here that he's probably not going to be coming that direction, because I think he was in the ladders between B and A there, or between B and spawn. So I'm not really sure why he was looking in that direction. So what the terrorists probably did right there is he dropped back to their spawn and came through short A, I would imagine. Or he just ran out from ladder. It's possible he did that too when Puma wasn't looking. But either way, it worked out nicely for us. As you can see now, too, we only had one guy go towards long A. For whatever reason, someone felt compelled to switch up their position without having someone else take over for it. And that's obviously just a really amateur mistake to make. But fortunately, they actually did push B, it looks like, so we don't have to worry too much. Except for these guys. So they did some sort of split, probably a 2 and 3 or something like that. But we got the bomb down, so that's good. So now they have to basically come into an area that we have control over. And here's another place where I didn't watch the minimap. As you'll see, I flashed my teammate right there. So that sucks. That shouldn't have happened. Also, that was a mistake on Swifter's part too. Like, I shouldn't have flashed him. Like, I shouldn't have flashed there because I should have been watching my minimap. But at the same time, he shouldn't have actually been there because that enemy came from that direction. He should have cleared that. He should have checked tunnel. He should have checked the ladder area. He should have checked all those areas first to ensure that they didn't come, that they didn't send reinforcements. I mean, we have plenty of guys watching this other area. One of the weaknesses I think we have as a team right now is that people seem very obsessed with trying to get the kills, and that's a very amateur thing to do. Like, it's a team game, so we need to, like, basically get over this idea that, like, I need to have a good score, I need to have good kills, you know. Just do your job. Like, you know, that we'll win more if we do that, basically. So hopefully we return to our original positioning, because that worked better. But we'll see. Nope. Well, actually, I guess for the most part, yes. Although the two that went B right there should not have both gone that direction. Just because you can't cover both doors then. So anyway, I see some enemies that are kind of peeking at short A, but doesn't look like they're comfortable coming out. I mean, that's a hard rush to do. We definitely have some B. And I'm assuming someone probably called it, probably said, go B. So yeah, they probably called that there were enemies B. The reason I'm falling back this direction is because I'm not comfortable going up the ladder. Because if it was me, I would be camping the ladder, and the moment I poked my head up, I would be dead. Of course, you could maybe get into a position to toss some grenades up and quickly get up there and in time to kill him. But probably just don't feel comfortable doing that. So anyway. I didn't know where I was being shot from. So it looks like the bomb is down. That's great. But I think someone calls out right here that that he is going for the plant. Oh, and I don't manage to get the kill. That was really sloppy. So now it is a 1v1. Puma versus whoever that is. And I don't really remember what happens. He should definitely be trying to watch the bomb right now, because the person could easily go for a plant and put himself in a good position. He also probably shouldn't have his knife out right now, just because the run advantage you get from having the knife out does not outweigh the fact that you don't have a gun out. Also, his back is really exposed right now. This is super dangerous on his part. Like,
Counter-terrorists win.
so he does get the kill on him. That's really good, actually, because now he has to buy more weapons. He maybe didn't have enough money. Now they got to split money, or he just doesn't buy a good, decent weapon. So getting that kill was definitely a good little bump for us. But you can also see that's 13-7, so we're feeling pretty comfortable. I think we're all pretty loaded in terms of money. Oh, maybe not, though. I bought a Bison, so I must not have that much. So the guy one of the guys gets picked off A. The moment I saw that, I should probably be a bit quicker to react. Like I should be looking sooner, because if they actually did rush out, they could have caught me off guard there. And then I came back to spawn, which is good, and then we were actually calling for that, you know, just to check. We don't want them to come up behind us here, since that guy died in that direction. We got to be very cautious. And this is a position I don't like, because I don't know if they're going to come from the left suddenly, come behind me if they're looping around. I don't know if, like, I really didn't like this right here. I was very nervous. Or, you know, as nervous as you can be for a video game. So anyway, I'm just looking, because I'm assuming they're going to plant A at this point. And I think they might. I can't remember, actually. It's 2v2. And I think I get the kill here, yeah. So now it's a 2v1. We're basically looking to get the defuse going. And I'm not very good at opping, so I think I missed this. Oh no, I got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't usually op, so, but I picked it up basically just so I can give it to someone after the round and save the money. Also, he didn't have a defuse kit, so he gave me the defuse. That's our team definitely has made that mistake a few times, people not having defuse kits. So that's a small little mistake you'll definitely want to remedy. Actually, I don't think anyone even picked up that op, or did they? Maybe they did. Alrighty. So, same position, just checking. Just letting my team know. So this smoke basically tells me either they're going to push out in yard aggressively, or they just dropped it to confuse and disorient me. But my team actually called out that they're going this direction, so I actually knew that they were... I knew to fall back there. I knew that was a faux aid or something like that. He does actually rush me, I believe. Yep. And I get the kill. I take a decent amount of damage there. But that was super, kind of stupidly aggressive of him to do that, because obviously I'm going to be set up in there. He should know that. So I do manage to get some grenade damage and the gun kill, because he was injured. The bomb is down, as you can see. Oh, they actually did get the plant. Okay, cool. But I have the defuse kit, so I call it for support. He does get some damage on me, but I do manage to maintain. That was actually really close to that. With a different team, a better team, I probably would have died there. So, I mean, that's still maybe a risk that you just want to take. Or my team should have predicted that, you know, like, we know that the enemy's probably in that area. So there should have been one guy that was just crouched somewhere watching the left door and one crouch watching the right door, and I wouldn't even had to worry about that in the first place. But I did. So anyway, I'm watching yard. They definitely are moving up there. I'm going to try and get a pick on him, but he does get me first. And let's see what our team is doing. So we got one dropping ladder here. That's good. As long as he... Oof, I don't like this. This is that UT guy, if I remember right. Yeah. So he gets a lucky kill. I mean, this guy is just like... I mean, he shot at a teammate right there. He's just not that great. He would have been nicer if we had our 5th. Oh, Jesus. So now we got an Opper. Nice, he does get the kill. It's great. And that actually wins the match for us. So that, I mean, but like we win there and that's great, but that was definitely sloppy. Like I don't know. Like UT Knickers should have put himself in a better position. That was definitely sloppy. We seemed to be kind of running around the yard, and I don't even know, they weren't planted there. So we actually, like, since they're not planted, we didn't need to be running around the yard all crazy. We can just defend because they're the ones that have to basically come to us, come to the bomb site. So, you know, that's great. He got the op shot. You know, whether that's luck or skill or whatever, that doesn't, you know, it doesn't really matter. It would be nice if UT Knickers was camped in one spot and the other guys are camped somewhere else, so we had good angles. You know, sometimes you have to move around a bit, but I mean, it's a kind of a sloppy win there at the end. But whatever, we're getting better, slowly. Okay, so that actually wraps up that match. I was gonna do some pro match footage tonight, but I don't think I'm going to because I think we're gonna actually play some more Go. I probably am not going to stream it because I'm going to record demos. But I did record 2 other demos if you want to watch them. One's for Aztec and one's for Dust 2 of our match play, basically doing the same thing, pointing out all our mistakes and all those things. So check them out. Those will be on VOD on Twitch here, or they will be on, or if you're watching on YouTube, they're also on YouTube here at youtube.com/spawnroom. So thank you very much for watching as always, and consider subscribing above. If you're on YouTube, consider following, I think it's in that direction, on Twitch. You can follow on Twitter too, at spawnroom. So yeah, that's enough. Okay, see ya.